right. Hey everyone, my name is Josh. You typically do the Skype for Business recap, but I'm here with Tom.
Yeah, so Tom Arbuthnot, Tom Talks. We're doing a quick reaction to the keynote for Teams and Skype. So we literally just come out of it. So Josh, what's your initial thoughts? How'd it go?
I thought it went really well. I thought it was a very good session. Obviously, there were things that were not giant secrets to everybody at this point.
No.
But but yeah, I think it went really well, and I think the messages that needed to come across about there being choice and about this not being a big, scary, forced change. I think that message definitely came across.
Yeah, definitely. I thought they handled that really well. Like, it could have gone the, we think this is the future and we're pushing you that way, but it was very much, here's all the cool things Teams is doing. When the timing's right for you, you can go side by side.
Right.
You can go side by side with some notifications to encourage your users, and eventually, if you want, you can go straight over to Teams and be 100% Teams org.
Absolutely. There was a lot of talk about rebranding and renaming Skype for Business and rolling it into Teams. And while there's some features of Skype for Business Online coming into Teams, they're not taking Skype for Business away. They're not renaming Skype for Business vNext.
Yeah.
It's going to continue to be Skype for Business for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, and that was super important as well. So obviously their plan for the cloud is Teams. But they spent a long time talking about server, and I think that Ben was like, we see on-prem voice for the next 1 to 2 years, if not longer. So there was no, if you're running server, you're out of fashion with us. It was almost the opposite. It was like, we get it, you still need server, that's cool, we're building a new version.
Absolutely. I think that's the meat of the message that's important to take in right now. I'm really excited about Teams. I think there's a lot of really cool new features, the recording of meetings, and there's just a lot of cool stuff they demoed. So I'm excited about it, and I would encourage all customers that I can to start experiencing it, to start testing the waters, seeing what it feels like. Think about how it's going to fit into that long-term UC strategy in your organization. But don't be scared of it, and don't think you're being pushed into it. There's definitely a good comfort level there that they're giving us all.
Yeah. And so for me, you called out the recording, that's really cool. Cloud recording of meetings, but then leveraging that cloud power, so doing the transcription in the cloud, doing the search in the cloud, that was really cool. I like the bot stuff. Like, what stood out for you as like one of the killer features or app integration?
Yeah, so going back to the recording, that I loved that, and I did love that it wasn't just a recording. When you think of Skype for Business recordings, you're thinking about, well, I can record X, Y, and Z, but these things don't stay in the meeting for the recording afterwards, right?
On Skype for Business, you record on your desktop, and then you end up flicking it to OneDrive and sharing it, whereas this is cloud first, so it's already in the cloud.
Right, and everything about the meeting is recorded and saved, and that's wonderful. All your files, video, and then transcription, you can search by words that people said. Now, you better be a lot more careful about what you say in meetings and who you talk bad about, because that's going to be a thing. But that is just
you don't do that, right, Josh?
No, not me. Other people, and yes,
cool.
Just keep that in mind. But that was one of the killer features. But obviously, the biggest one that I'm excited about is that little calls tab we saw on the left-hand side of the screen. Placing calls in Teams, PSTN.
Yeah, so that's a big deal, isn't it? Once it gets that true PSTN voice functionality.
Absolutely, that's the biggest thing I'm excited about. So, great session. It was delivered very well. I thought so, and I am excited to talk about this with people throughout the week here at Ignite. And
so stay tuned for Josh's Skype for Me recap. And I'll be doing more Tom Talks, more interviews with speakers this week, and daily updates on Twitter and LinkedIn. If you've got any questions, please feel free to give us a shout. And also Josh, Ben, who's behind the camera here, and I and Ian back in the UK will be doing msuc.chat Thursday morning US time. So that'll be afternoon, evening in Europe. That's your chance to jump on a Skype Business meeting with all of us and chat about what reactions are to the event, get your questions answered. So msuc.chat Thursday morning, and stay tuned on Twitter and LinkedIn for incremental updates.
9 a.m. Eastern. Show up, guys. We'll see you there.